Get their drive started. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. But just like you said, they've got the lead, don't do anything silly, run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. With it is Brown. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite. We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On third down, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Ebron with it over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now Newton on first down. Dance, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Second and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 27, Winston. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. Got a man, it's Brown. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Newton now to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Newton on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Kramer. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Newton to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Working out of the gun, Winston. On the move to his left. Finding some room at midfield. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
A first down throw for Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Winston. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown.
And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To throw is Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton, he's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Gurley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Newton. And that one's complete to Gurley. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. On 1st and 10, Newton. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Well, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Off play action, Newton. -9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Newton. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end.